Now we will discuss about Islamic mutual funds and contracts and the products. Mutual funds we already discussed. Let's straight away go for Islamic mutual funds. They have examined the various structure of conventional funds, and now we can see the difference between Islamic and conventionals. There are two basic type of Islamic mutual funds. One is open-ended funds and one is closed-ended. Mutual fund is referred to be an open-ended fund when there is no limit to the number of shares or units that can transfer in. Fund can issue unlimited number of shares, and open-ends are priced according to the net asset value. This value is used to determine the value of mutual fund or unit trust assets less the value of its liability. The other example is for closed-ended funds. Closed-ended funds can only issue a limited number of shares. Price of closed-ended fund may not be equal its NAV, and its funds is traded in the secondary market, and the transacted price is determined by the demand and supply forces. There could be other classification of this mutual funds. One is front-end loaded fund. A front-end loaded fund is one that charges upfront commission for investment in the fund. Back-end loaded fund is where the commission is charged on investor for exiting the fund at the finishing period. So it can be backed, or the other type is the front. No load fund means neither no commission is paid either upfront or at the time of exit. Let's discuss the types of Islamic mutual fund. First of all, Sharia equity funds. There is a large number of funds make shares mainstay of the portfolio. Sharia equity funds are specialized funds that are mandated by only investment in Sharia compliant shares. So same principle that we see for screening, it will be applicable on this same topic. Let's see what is the Sharia equity fund available in Bahrain. Some of them is in 2007 we had Indian Private Equity Fund and Unicom Global, Al Tawfiq, TAIB UK Islamic Index Fund, Al Tawfiq Arab Telecommunications Solidarity Global Growth Funds, Islamic GCC Index Fund, and in the New Zealand Australia Private Equity Funds. This gives you an idea about certain type of funds available in different countries. In UAE we have the MAM Islamic Fund, then we have 4-year principal protected water note, Sharia compliant global equity, capital protected DFM note, DWS note global, and GCC equity fund, and Oasis Crescent International feeder fund. So in every country we have certain type of funds. Sharia fixed income funds is structured to cater the investor who are risk averse and who wish to avoid the fluctuation of the stocks. This found only in the pro-fixed income securities such as Sukuk and Islamic bonds. Fixed income instruments have a contractually mandated payment schedules. Their investment contracts promise specific payment at a predetermined times. Depending on the jurisdictions, Islamic fixed income may invest in Islamic Sukuk. They are available and acceptable globally by most of the scholars. Some of the Malaysian index Islamic fixed funds are Public Islamic Enhanced Bond Funds, PB Islamic Bond Funds, HLG Dana Munir Fund, and Public Islamic Bonds. Then Islamic Exchange Traded Funds are available. Same way Islamic Real Estate Investment Trust, it's a combination of real estate investment, shares, and it always in the portfolio of the real estates. Structuring, we can make asset managers who are opening opportunities to the retail investors. Islamic leasing funds are available in order to invest. So if you see in terms of global market, we have Ijaras, Islamic, Taba, Islamic, Ijara, Solidarity, Al-Ahli, Autos, Islamic Ijaras, Al-Ahli, Autos, and GCC leasing, international leasings. These are certain examples. How an Islamic mutual fund operates, this is important to know. The first of all, research analyst is going to do research about initial equity universe. They will appoint a fund manager, and at the same time we have to make the supervisory board. Then we will define, we will filter out the Sharia permissible equity universe. We will see the stockbrokers, and final equity portfolio will be formed. And at the same time we will do the Sharia reviews and do the cleansing on the same 5% principle that we just heard about. There are stages, of course, as I explained you, in terms of steps. These are the same in terms of cleansing and in terms of the steps. Let's talk about fund administration. There are some essential components of a fund. Fund is having accounting, reporting, taxation, then investor relations, compliance, and calculation of net asset value. That will be the major role of the fund managers. Investor relations are very important in the fund, so there are some key relations. One is investment itself. The administrator handle the process of accepting an investor into a fund. Redemption in the process, where facilitate the exit of an investor. Switching between the investment options, compliance in terms of Sharia, taxation, calculation of net value, net asset value, report them in accounting according to the UFI standards. These are all important considerations that he has to do. Custody is one of the major things, because custody should be transparent, neat and clean. In terms of Islamic private equity funds, private equity essentially refers to the equity investment that are not freely tradable in the open market, because these are not listed in conventional. For those kind of equity which cannot be listed in the stock exchange, we have lawyers trading platform like over the counter and alternative investment markets. So equity funds used for such investments are raised privately. Private equity firms in listed company, but consequently delist such companies after the acquisitions. It will be this monitored same way. There will be a screening process, that how you are going to screen which activity you are going to invest into. Competitive pricing of Islamic financing instrument is a real issue, and it has to be in an effective way. So the Islamic private equity funds may invest an investee company as a majority shareholder or a minority stakeholder. This becomes the Sharia requirement that investee company should be fully compliant to the Sharia principles in every terms. If you invest as a minority shareholders, it allows the fund to invest in companies that are not fully compliant, but fulfill the minimum requirement of established stock screening criterions.